I do a YouTube channel where I talk to random strangers about religion. So if you're down for that.
Probably not.
You want to do it?
No.
Fine, we won't. So what religion do you have?
I don't really follow a certain religious. Like, I grew up very Christian, but now I'm much more science-based, agnostic, and sometimes I look at a little bit of Buddhism.
Oh, a little bit of everything, huh?
Yeah. I know a lot, and like I've like done things for everything. Like, I've been to temple for Judaism. I do know a lot about the Christian faith.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you believe about God then? That's really interesting.
I've been questioning that for the past 4 years now, or maybe the past 3. I used to definitely be 100% God is real. I used to be really fixed on that, but now I'm more like, I don't know. So like, I guess God could be anything you want it to be, depending on your faith. Like, God could literally be, the Big Bang Theory could have been God, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I mean, the sun could technically be God if you consider that, because without the sun,
Well,
there
but
would
what
have
do
been,
you
like,
believe though? Since
me?
you've examined so many different things.
I'm very agnostic about it. I'm not really sure yet. I'm definitely a firm believer in science, 100%, but whether or not, that's a really good question. I guess like my idea of God would be,
Okay, maybe a more basic question would be, if you were to die next week, do you think you would go to heaven or hell, or is there such a thing?
Well, this is where I believe in reincarnation.
Okay.
But I think it's kind of like across the universe kind of thing. I believe that there's life on other planets, and I don't think that my inner soul stays trapped here on Earth. I think like it can go other places as well.
I thought you were a strict believer of science though.
I am a strict believer of science, but it's like,
There's nothing that proves reincarnation. Just throwing it out
for
there.
science, kind of like I do read like. How about you? What do you believe?
Well, I'm a Christian pastor, so I believe. What kind of church did you grow up in? I mean, you've pretty much heard a lot of the things that I already believe. That Jesus Christ is Lord, He is the Son of God, that He is the only way for salvation.
Yeah.
How much of that do you still believe?
I think 100% Jesus Christ was a real person. 100%.
Okay. Well, that's just history, of course.
Yeah, that's just history. But there's people that actually like legit. He didn't exist.
Yeah. Well, that's just that.
I believe he was. I don't know. I get a lot of, I guess, my.
Okay, then if Jesus did exist, then what was he? Was he just a good teacher, or was he actually supernaturally related?
I don't think, in my personal opinion, the supernatural stuff, not really. The closest thing, like I said, to the supernatural was the reincarnation. That's the closest thing, I guess, supernatural. Like, astral projection's pretty cool, but I also study psychology, so there's a whole psychological thing behind that. It's pretty cool. It's like an out-of-body experience. You think like you're walking around, but you probably are just tripping out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really complicated. I don't think that he was a supernatural being, in my personal opinion, but I'm not going to say that he wasn't, because I don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit down and say, no, Jesus was just a normal human like everyone else. I mean, that's what I think, but I'm not gonna put it on the floor and say that.
Okay, I respect that. So you're saying you're not sure, you can't say one thing or another, but you don't want to offend anyone. But aside from other people's beliefs, I think you should try to know where you stand in terms of God, or if He exists or not.
Yeah. I feel like my idea of God might be different than like other people's. Like, it's not straight out of the book.
Okay, it was good talking with you.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice talking to you too. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Pastorjasonanswers. You may or may not see yourself, but we'll see.
Yeah, thank you though.
Thanks for watching. can't tell from my videos, but I'm actually an introvert. I get nervous before evangelizing. But think about this. If I really believe what Christians believe about heaven and hell, wouldn't you think I want to tell people about Jesus? I'm just doing what I can. So I hope this video helps you too.